Absolutely. When I see, and I've seen this in the past, people going RVP that are doing small personal numbers, and their team's doing big numbers, but they have small personal numbers. Well, after replacement, you know what? They're kind of left out to dry.
Absolutely.
And they're just they don't know how to personally produce. I honestly, if you're not personally producing, it's going to be tough to go RVP.
Right. And when we talk, just so you out there understand, when we talk about personally producing, I don't just talk about I'm just not talking just about making sales. I'm talking also about recruiting directs. I mean, you got to get wide. You got to recruit directs. I'm just talking financially. If you recruit a couple, 2, 3, 4 directs every month, you should never have to worry about making money in Primerica. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Well, the easiest, I'm not sitting up here and telling you to personally go out there and generate the business, and it's indirectly generating business.
Right.
If I go recruit 2, 3, 4, 5 people this month, I'm going to have a phenomenal month, because I'm going to train them. I mean, the easiest way to generate business in Primerica, I always tell this to my base shop is, step 1, recruit somebody. How?
Right.
Any way you can. Step 2 is teach them how to set appointments.
Right.
Take some time, teach them how to set appointments, get them good at that. And then step 3, and the only last step, is teach them how to get paid, get trained, and do the business by doing it on appointments in front of them.
Right.
If you just follow that system right there, it's impossible to lose.
Right.
You'll never run out of people. You'll always be successful.
Do you think people, they set up a couple of appointments, brand new recruits. Do you think because maybe they weren't taught well, do you think that a lot of them quit because of that?
I think that probably 80% of the time that people are not successful in this business don't get off the fast start. It's not their fault. I think it's the upline. It's the recruiter's fault.
Right.
They didn't want to do the getting started appointment.
Why? Why do you think they didn't want to?
Because they don't see any financial benefit in it.
Right.
And I always tell my base shop this, and I say, look, there's sometimes in business, not just in Primerica, in business, that it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
Right.
And sometimes you do something, it's not making you sense today, but it makes so much sense tomorrow to do that today.
Right.
And sometimes people come in the business and they're only looking for what makes sense. Right. And if it doesn't make sense, they don't do it.
Right.
And they're killing their business.
It just absolutely killing their business. I look at so many people that just don't spend the time to train their people. Absolutely. We talk about setting up appointments. We talk about having a great recruiting presentation. How could you not spend a lot of time focused on recruiting or great recruiting presentation? Because recruiting is the lifeblood of your business. Absolutely. Right? If I don't recruit, all I thought about when I was full-time as like a district leader. So, all I thought about is, hey, look, if I didn't recruit somebody, I didn't eat. Yeah. I had that focus where, hey, look, this is my bread and butter. This is what I do. I'm full-time. This is my focus. I got to recruit somebody. I got to get them to learn how to. I got to make sure that they master how to set up appointments, know what the heck they're doing. Right? There's so many people walking around. They don't know what the heck they're doing. And then so after a while, right, they think that Primerica doesn't work. Yep. And instead of, it's not that Primerica doesn't work, is that you haven't mastered the process yet.
Absolutely.
I
think that when I see people recruiting, they're recruiting for the sake of recruiting. Right. And they're not recruiting for the quality of recruits. So my philosophy is I'd rather take more no's on good quality recruits than a bunch of yeses on non-quality recruits. Because you could take somebody out in the field, and if you want to do Primerica, the easiest way, find a good quality recruit. If you find a good quality recruit, a married, children, homeowner, somebody that's looking to make changes in their lives, that person, an influential person in the community, that person, slam dunk, is going to write business. And when you go with a non-credible recruit, Primerica is difficult.
Right.
You have to struggle to close business. Right. Where when you go with a married, children, homeowner, I got a couple of couples right now, Greg and Vivian, and Jose and Jessica, and Nick and Laura, and I'm recruiting these people right now. And I walk into their family's home, and it's warm.
Right.
It's so easy. And they look at my recruits and they go, well, you own this, well, then I'll take one too.
Right.
And it's not even sales. It's so simple. Now you take the wrong recruit in the business and you have to know every single technical thing about everything just to get them to say yes.
Right, right. And then there's a potential to charge back on that too. So it just, I mean, it just totally makes sense to, number one, be in the right market.
Yes.
Number two, make sure that your new recruits know what to do, okay? I mean, you got to get them really competent so that they can become competent. That's the key. I mean, you got to get people off to a fast start. And if you do that, you never have to worry about making money. I mean, the truth is, Chuck, is I never really struggled financially trying to make money in Primerica. I didn't. I mean, that's the truth. I know some people have really, crazy stories and stuff, but I was so focused on making sure I mastered what I was doing. So that way, when I was out there, if anybody asked me anything I need, a question, I could answer it. I could overcome objections. I spent hours and hours and hours and years, really, learning how to overcome objections. Now, again, I believe that experience is the greatest teacher. So, I mean, you got to get experience. You got to, you got to go out there and get your nose bloodied a little bit. You got to get beat up a little bit to really get great at this thing. But if you do, man, I'll tell you what, the rewards are amazing. I mean, we live a life of financial independence and freedom and choices and options, and we truly are at the right place at the right time right now. I'm going to, in closing, just to let you guys know that, I mean, leading from the front is a critical piece of getting your business moving and building your business. So, make a decision today, seriously, to go back to maybe some centers of influences in your life and recruit a lot of quality directs, so that way we can get them off to a fast start, so you can have a lot of success personally. So that way you can duplicate yourself and teach that to other people. You can't teach anything that you've never done or that you're not doing. And people will follow you when they know that you know what you're doing, that you spent the time, the commitment, the discipline to get great at the business. If you do that, you could truly change your life with Primerica. It worked for me. I wish you the absolute best. Make a decision though, okay, today, to do it now.